Hello, friends. It is day 117, Sunday night. I'm back for some story time Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend. And so tonight, I just want to chat about being positively motivated or negatively motivated. And so, and what is the difference? Essentially, being positive motivated means that you will move to action more when you're being praised or supported or encouraged, or wanting to make somebody proud. Being negatively motivated is basically the opposite, where when someone says you can't do something, or they give you all these reasons why you won't succeed, and you want to basically prove them wrong, right? And so the negative, when people are negative towards whatever you're wanting, that's what moves you. And so that's the difference between negative and positively motivated. And neither one is good nor bad. I think the important thing is understanding which one motivates you. It's similar to, I guess, pain or pleasure, right? Sometimes people are drawn more to dreams and goals, and other times people only move when the situation gets so bad that they have to move, right? So I think it is important to know, but have you ever thought about it, right? And so for me, I remember there's a number of events when I look back to kind of help me understand myself. I'll share a couple stories with you. One, I remember when I was about 8, maybe 9 years old. My parents, they asked us if we wanted to learn taekwondo or karate, martial arts. And I was thinking, yeah, I want to learn how to kick somebody's butt. Not to hurt somebody, but more to, be able to protect myself or whoever that I'm with, right? So I thought, yeah, that'd be cool. And so I don't remember if my older brother, I think my older brother was with us as well. He's 5 years older. But so the three of us, we went to go to this dojo, and I remember walking in. I was like, "Oh man, this is so cool!" Like, right? And anyone who actually knows karate, you're like, "Oh, don't even." I walked in. I was like, "Wow, this is so cool!" And I was a little bit mesmerized. And then we sat down with the instructor, sensei, and he was just starting to talk about what karate is all about. And for me, I was like, okay, cool. But I was kind of a little bit daydreaming. I was looking at the other students where I'm like, wow, they're a number of steps ahead of me. And I like the idea of just kind of moving up the ranks, right? You start with the white belt, you go to yellow belt, and then all the other different colors to black belt. And I was like, oh man, that'd be pretty cool to be able to climb that ladder and, have a sense of achievement, you know what I'm saying? And then while daydreaming, the instructor, he yelled at me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing looking over there? You gotta focus. You gotta be disciplined and listen to what I'm saying here. You gotta stay present." And at the time, I was like, "Dude, I'm like 8 years old. Like, why are you yelling at me?" I felt disrespected, if you will. And so obviously, I focused back on what he was saying. But I didn't like how he reprimanded me, if you will, or called me out. And so what did I do? I'll let you know in a second. And so the second thing that I want to share is that when I was in grade 12, so I was 17 years old, I went to go try out for the basketball team. And I love all sports, but I'm not a huge fan of basketball, to be honest. I don't mind it. I'll play ball and all that stuff, right? But it's not a sport where I'd be like, hey, let's go play some basketball. But there was something that I wanted to win, which was an Athlete of the Year award. And so the year before, they didn't give it to anybody, the male, because nobody qualified. You needed 2 main sports to be able to qualify for that award. So I had one, and they didn't recognize another one that I was doing. So I said, okay, well, to qualify for it, then I guess I'll have to play basketball, right? And so I went to go try out, and I was actually amazingly one of the taller guys in all my school. And again, I made some mistakes. I'm not a basketball player normally, right? And so the coach would yell at me again, And I would stick it out obviously till the end of the practice. And again, I didn't like that he called me out like that and yelling at me. Again, I just felt disrespected. Um, and so in both instances, for me, I decided to not come back. And again, I was young kids, just emotional, right? It's like, okay, screw you. I don't need you yelling at me. And so I didn't continue going for the basketball team. But the cool thing was, at the end of the year, I was able to. They still gave me the award anyway, so I was grateful for that. But I knew that I wasn't trying for the basketball team for the right reason, and deep down I knew that. And I'm glad I actually didn't go through with it, because again, I think at the end of the day, our gut knows what the right thing to do is. But so many times we may want something so bad, we may go against what our authentic self or what we truly value. And so that's just something that I learned during that experience. And so obviously for me, I'm a person who's positively motivated, right? So when I hear people encourage me or give me praise or support me, I feel not just loved, but I was like, oh, I want to do more to be able um, to just give more, basically. You know what I'm saying? And make somebody else proud, or be able to give back more. It moves me to actually want to do more. But if you say, I can't do this or what have you, that does not motivate me in the right way. And unfortunately, that's kind of the tack that my parents used growing up my whole life, right? And that's why I never felt accepted, never felt supported. But I don't blame them for that. That's just what they knew, right? That's how they grew up. Viet parents, then they never really praise you. They never really say I love you. They're like, why don't you have an A, right? Oops, sorry. So again, I don't, I love them. I'm very appreciative, but that's all they knew. And so the way they approach it, I never wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to make them proud, right? But at the same time, I knew my truth, and so that's why I never went forward with the path that they wanted for me, because that's not my dream, not my truth. So, but yeah, my question to you is, what are you motivated by? Are you motivated by praise, encouragement, support, or are you more moved or motivated by people who say that you can't do something, or why are you starting that business? There's too many people doing that, right? And whatever it is, again, it doesn't really matter, because neither one is right nor wrong or better or worse. Excuse me. The important thing is for you to know yourself, and for the people you actually love, it would be good to know what motivates them. Because if you know what motivates them, then hopefully, if you really want to help them and you actually care and love them, then you can motivate them in the way that will help them, not necessarily the way that you want to, right? And so, that's just a short story that I just wanted to share, and hopefully have you think about something that maybe you've never really thought about. Just how are you motivated? Because at the end of the day, whatever life you want to create, you need to take action. And so if you can understand yourself more on a deep level of what moves you to action, then I believe it'll help you take steps towards actually creating the life that you want. Anyway, I think that's all I want to share tonight, folks. Yeah. So have a great rest of your night, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, bye.